Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is my favorite moments for the final episodes of Season 2 Disney's The Mandalorian. This is the way. There are moments in movies, with movies and TV series that I just feel really privileged to watch. You know, I don't know if you've ever had the thought that's like, I'm so glad I'm alive right now that I get to experience this. I remember having that feeling the first time I watched The Matrix, The Lord of the Rings, a few others dotted the way, just really excited for cinema and TV. And I have to say, the final of this episode made me feel that way. So spoilers ahead, we're talking our favourite moments from the last episode. I've been a massive fan of the series. I think everybody has really from the get-go. I think season 2, we had a few ups and downs. Not that any episode wasn't excellent. There was just, some people like certain episodes and some people liked other episodes. And I think that's all down to choice and, what kind of flicks your switch. But as the final episode goes, I was just kind of blown away with this. Right from the opening, we get that classic, really Star Wars feeling. It places you in the zone. The score is slightly shifted. We see the Mandalorian Avengers team up. They're going to go take on, obviously, the Dark Troopers and get little Yoda back. I still can't call him by his real name. Call him little Yoda. It's going to be very hard for me not to want to skip to the end and just talk about those moments. But before we get to that, and I should say, if you didn't watch the credits, go back and watch the credits. There's a scene afterwards with Boba Fett. Kind of tells you where the story is going to go. So if you were thinking, you didn't watch the credits and you're like, there's nothing afterwards. There's a really great scene and talking about Star Wars being the best Star Wars. From now on, this is how we need to have Star Wars. Fantastically placing us in the zone. Okay, so once they're on the ship, they've come together, the team, the gang is there, they encounter the troopers, which is excellent. I love the way they team up and we see how they fight and work together. I think those moments are really cool. The Ludwig's score, you'll notice, is obviously the theme and the score pieces that he's had throughout the series are slightly different and nuanced, and this feels much more Western. If you're listening to that opening score bit, you were like, yeah, it's the theme we know and love that you've probably listened to on a playlist for an hour, variations or somebody doing something different with it. They've definitely done something different with it and really adds to the atmosphere that we know and love of what this is. And so we get to the ship and there's this big, fighting commences. They're after the sword, the Mandalorian sword. They're after Moth. And obviously they're going to rescue. So they have like a 3-tiered mission. They split up. For me, the moment when we see Mando and Moth meet and we have that encounter, very obviously gunslinger style. We knew, everybody knew that they were going to end up fighting. He really struggled fighting the first Darth Trooper. So when he got to Moth, although he's not a Darth Trooper himself, you just know he's got some tricks up his sleeve. So they're really building that atmosphere, that tenseness. I thought for the majority of this episode was really tense. So we see them fight, which I thought was excellent as well. Moth obviously has some skills up his sleeve. I did wonder if the sword would eventually be able to go through the armor, but I guess it can't, which is great because you need some protection from that. And so we get the sword, we get Moth, and they're all meet up in the head of the ship, and the Dark Troopers come back. And I love the atmosphere the Dark Troopers bring, because they have this real Terminator vibe to them, mixed with like Cylon robots from Battlestar Galactica. You put them in, you have the Star Wars lore around that, and you really feel a menace there, which is great. They don't talk, they're programmed, and you're just like, how on earth are they going to get out of this? Can't fight one. And then the moment comes that kind of, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's going to blow your mind. You see a Jedi, you don't know who the Jedi is, wiping the floor with these Dark Troopers. And you're like, this is not Ahsoka. Ahsoka's amazing, but this dude, he has mastery of the Force. Flying through them, seeing through shots through the security cameras, then seeing him, always not really close up, but always just kind of away in the distance. And like, damn it, show me who it is. He gets the lift, reveals that it's Luke Skywalker. And I know a lot of people are going to mention about the CG, the aging, the kind of what they use now to create a person. I know he is voiced. I know I know Mark Hamill voiced the character, but obviously he's digitized. And I think we're 98% there. A few people are going to have issues with it because there are moments when you can see it doesn't look real, it looks computer generated. But we are almost there. There were moments, if you kind of look at, you slightly squint, you can see, you could be fooled to mistaking that, oh, that is Mark Hamill from the Star Wars, way back when. So I thought that was fantastic, that whole encounter. But for me, the best moment and the most heartfelt moment is the goodbye with the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal, obviously, and Baby Yoda, when he takes off his mask. I was like, wow, he's done it, I think, twice, 2 other times. But this moment was like him revealing, he showing actually he really loves the kid. And he was really sad to let go, but it was the right thing. Needs to be trained to protect himself. And then we see R2, who does the little, there's so much kind of fan service and nod, but it's not just fan service. It's what you kind of should have. This is what we've been wanting as Star Wars fans. Kind of reigniting is like, hey, don't worry, guys, Star Wars is still great. This is what they can do with TV episodes. I can't wait to see what they can do in the future. And so it kind of ends there. But like I said, you really need to watch that end credits scene because, man alive, they recreated Jabba's palace or Jabba's hut. If you go back and watch The Return of the Jedi, the attention to detail is very, very, very similar. It just screams original Star Wars, which I really appreciated. There's so much to talk about. There's moments, little moments with like fighting sequences, guns jamming, bit of humor between the characters, which I really appreciated. Feeling like this is a team for the moment, but they're going to go and do their own thing, which is why we get the book of Boba. Yeah. I think that's what it's called. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Let me know in the comments below. What was your favorite episode this season? Was it the Ahsoka one? Was it this one? And what do you think they're going to do with the third season? What are you hoping to see? And apart from the kid, Baby Yoda, who is your favorite character? You're not allowed to say the Mandalorian. I think that's easy. The side characters. Who have you enjoyed really watching? I'd love to know what your thoughts in the comments below. I've immediately come off and just kind of blurbed my thoughts. I could have put them more constructively, I guess. But I just wanted to show you the passion and kind of speak about my favorite moments. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.